Greetings and welcome to another edition of The Fan Perspective. I am your host Nathan Lau, here with another 2013 NBA Playoffs Round 1 recap. This one is the series between the number 8 Houston Rockets and the number 1 Oklahoma City Thunder. And in Game 1, the Rockets dominated from start to finish. Psych! James Harden seemed to be the only Rocket who actually came to play. Then again, he's basically the only player on that roster who's ever been in the postseason game before, so that's really no surprise. The real surprise is how close the score was, as the Thunder win 120-91. And then in Game 2, the Rockets nearly pulled an upset behind James Harden and Patrick Beverly, who were both a few assists away from a triple-double, but it wasn't enough as KD and Westbrook led the team with 29 points each. And Serge Ibaka was a few blocks away from a triple-double. The biggest news that came from this game was that Patrick Beverly was acting incredibly stupid, tried to steal the ball from Westbrook as he was trying to take a timeout, and when he did this, Beverly bumped Westbrook's knee and Westbrook went down. He would go on to finish the game, but then on Friday the team would announce that Westbrook was going to have surgery to repair a torn meniscus in that knee, and no timetable was set for his return. Westbrook at that point had never missed a game in his entire career. That includes high school, college, and the NBA. So Beverly should fear for his life because Russell is a hothead who is now out to ruin his career. Way to go, rookie. You've played in one game and you've already made an enemy for life. Thunder win the game 105-102. And then Game 3, the news was made official that Westbrook would not play again in the postseason, and the tarantula was unleashed. KD led the way with 41 points, 14 rebounds, and also had a team-high 4 assists, which is a very sad fact. If you really think about it, that is just a horrible statistic. Ibaka also had a double-double with 17 points and 11 rebounds. James Harden and Chandler Parsons led the way for the Rockets with a combined 51 points, 15 rebounds, and 13 assists. But it was not enough as the Rockets let another close game slip away from them. Jeremy Lin played in 18 minutes and was a minus 23 on the night on 1 of 6 for shooting for 2 points, 1 assist, and 1 turnover. The Thunder win 104-101. And then in Game 4, I'd always considered Chandler Parsons to be a three-point specialist, but this guy was driving hard in the paint as he led the Rockets with 27 points, 10 rebounds, and 8 assists. Syke also had a pretty decent game with 17 points and 14 rebounds. A lot of that due in part to Hacker Syke. As the Rockets managed to steal a win despite only 15 points and 10 turnovers from James Harden. Is it just me, or does this team play better without Jeremy Lin in the lineup? Because he was out this game because of a chest injury, and they managed to win it. And then the Thunder, they fought hard. KD led the team with 38 points, 8 rebounds, 6 assists. Reggie Jackson was put in the starting lineup, scored 18 points. Kevin Martin and Derek Fisher came off the bench to combine for 28 points. But the Rockets, they managed to win it 105-103 thanks to a missed layup by Serge Ibaka at the tail end of it. And they managed to hold off elimination for one more game. And then Game 5, Kevin Durant led the way with 36 points, 7 rebounds, and 7 assists, while Reggie Jackson chipped in 20 points. Serge Ibaka was 1 rebound away from a double-double. But James Harden led the way with 31 points, while Syke scored 21 points and 11 rebounds, and the Rockets found a way to win another shocker and extend the series another game with a 107-100 victory. And then Game 6, Syke had another double-double, 13 points, 13 rebounds. James Harden and Chandler Parsons led the way, combining for 51 points, 13 rebounds, 10 assists. Kevin Durant and Reggie Jackson both had a near triple-double, led the game with a combined 44 points, 15 rebounds, and 14 assists. Kevin Martin also came off the bench to add 25 points as the Thunder finally managed to close out the series with a 103-94 win. And all I've got to say about this is really the Rockets, the 2 games that they won were the 2 games that Jeremy Lin did not dress out. I'm not saying they're connected. I just felt like pointing that out. Anyways, a few milestones for you. These things all happened over the course of the series. Derek Fisher has now played in more playoff minutes than Jerry West and John Stockton and is currently 15th on the all-time list. Kendrick Perkins has now played in over 2,800 career playoff minutes. Kevin Durant has now played in over 2,000 career playoff minutes. Derek Fisher has made 262 three-pointers and is 5th on the all-time list for playoffs. Kevin Durant has made over 100 now. James Harden has now made over 70. And Kevin Durant has now made over 380 free throws in his playoff career. And to put that in perspective, Derek Fisher has now made over 370 playoff free throws. So KD, get into that stripe. And James Harden has now made over 240 playoff free throws. And Serge Ibaka now has over 120 offensive rebounds in the playoffs. Kendrick Perkins has over 480 defensive rebounds for his playoff career. Derek Fisher has over 460 defensive rebounds for his. Kevin Durant has over 300 defensive rebounds. James Harden has over 200 defensive rebounds for his playoff career as well. And Kendrick Perkins now has over 700 career playoff rebounds. Derek Fisher has over 530. Kevin Durant has over 380. And Derek Fisher has over 570 career playoff assists. And Derek Fisher also has 256 playoff steals, which puts him 12th on the all-time list. James Harden has over 70 steals in his playoff career, and Kevin Durant has over 50 career playoff steals. Kendrick Perkins and Serge Ibaka both have over 140 career playoff blocks, and Derek Fisher has now scored over 2,000 career playoff points, and Kevin Durant now has over 1,400 career playoff points. And all I can say about this is, one, for the Rockets, it was a good season because they actually were in the playoffs. So many young players. Like I said, I'm pretty sure James Harden was one of the only people who had ever been in the playoffs before. And I think next season, they've got all the key pieces in place. A lot of young people on this roster, so they have time to build on this and grow. They've got all summer now. They've had all season. They've got all summer to build their chemistry, getting to know each other as a team. For the coach to get to know his players, get all of them getting used to the system, make adjustments that they need to. And I think next year they can definitely have a pretty good season once everything is they get it all set. They had a good year, and the fact that they even won 2 games against the Thunder shocked a lot of people. Yes, it came after the Westbrook injury. But still, even with that, even after that happened, I still fully expected the Thunder to finish the sweep. And for the Thunder, they move on to round 2 where they will face the Grizzlies. And, well, let's just say I'm going to talk about that in another video.